Hey everyone, Jane here at Attrell Toyota here in Brampton, and right now you are looking at the brand new 2018 Camry XSE. Now this particular vehicle is in Ruby Flare Pearl, however it does come available in a variety of colors, and I will list those in the description below. But what I'm going to do for you right now is give you a quick little walk around the exterior, show you as many features as I possibly can, and then I'm going to bring you inside. Now, keep in mind throughout this video that this is the very first year since 1992 that the Camry is completely different. It's also the first time, or first vehicle I should say, that's built completely on the TNGA platform. So TNGA is Toyota New Global Architecture, and if you don't know what that is, I highly recommend that you look it up. It's pretty cool because Toyota's going to kind of lead the way that vehicles are going to be produced in the future. So as I mentioned, this vehicle is completely different, so I'll try and point out everything that I can. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below and or get a hold of our dealership. So starting at the front here, we have this beautiful sport-styled grille. Now, Toyotas like to keep this kind of honeycomb-looking grille for the S models, and they've stayed true to that. However, they brought the sides in, and it looks almost like a Lexus IS, but very, very sporty. You have your chrome Toyota badge that does have a bit of a gloss covering over it, and that is because it supports our Toyota safety sense, so there's sonars behind there. Our headlights are LED headlights, and also pretty cool to point out, there's only one bulb that does both the high beams and low beams. Pretty awesome. They've combined it, so it's called a combination bulb. We also have LED daytime running lights. On the sides here, we have 19-inch alloy wheels, absolutely stunning. The body lines are absolutely gorgeous on this car, and they've changed like minor little differences to really make it unique, one of which is the placement of the side view mirror. So last year, the mirrors were actually up here. This year, they're down here, and that's just to create a little more visibility for the driver. And I know it's raining right now, so you can hardly see it, but there's like little dots on the top of this. And that's when I talk about, how they've paid so much attention to little things that it comes down to something as small as that. Those aren't just there for design, they're actually there to help the aerodynamics of the vehicle. So continuing our walk around, we do have color key door handles. The fuel cap is on the driver's side of the vehicle. On the rear here, we do have quad exhaust, which is awesome. We have a new Camry badge, so yes, absolutely everything has changed. Of course, you have your XSE badge there as well. Taillights do come up along the side of the vehicle. I find it's always a gorgeous look. Chrome outlining all of the windows. And lastly, we have LED signals integrated on your mirrors. One more thing I know I didn't mention is the taillights are LEDs as well, so completely LED throughout the whole vehicle. But enough about the exterior, let's get out of the rain and go inside. So just before I bring you inside of this beautiful sedan, I just want to point out what your key fob is going to look like. And it does look just like this. Now, as you can see, we've changed the key fob as well, so yes, absolutely everything about this vehicle is different. We also have our smart key system in the XSE. So you don't even have to press that unlock button. I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to click the lock button so you know it's locked. I'm going to throw this key fob in my pocket. You can have it in your purse, your pocket, just anywhere on your person. And when you walk up to the car, all you need to do is touch the door handle and your car is unlocked. So pretty awesome feature, especially ladies with those big purses. You don't need to go digging through them anymore. Now, on our driver's side door here, we have our controls for your power windows, which all four are automatic. And we also do have your power locks and your power adjustable side view mirrors. One more thing to point out is we do have an 8-way power adjustable driver's seat with lumbar support. Let's bring you completely inside here. Because of our smart key system, it is a push to start vehicle. So simply put your foot on the brake, press that start up button right there, and your engine has started for you. On the left-hand side of our steering wheel, we have automatic high beams, which is part of our Toyota safety sense. We have our traction control button. We've relocated these two buttons, or now they're buttons. They used to be little pull tabs on the floor. Now they're push buttons. So that's your trunk, of course, and your gas cap. To pop your hood, it's still going to be the little pull lever just down here. On your steering wheel, which is tilt and telescopic adjustable, it's also leather wrapped and has tons and tons of audio controls. So you have all of your arrows, your OK, and your back button. You have your Bluetooth button, which they've combined from 2 buttons into 1. Now we have our volume down and up and our voice recognition, which works absolute wonders. On this side here, these two are also part of our Toyota Safety Sense. We have our dynamic radar cruise control, and we have our lane departure alert with steering assist. Now this is very new. This is new for the first time, again, ever in the Camry, actually, not since 1992, ever, that we don't have the little toggle for the cruise control. It's actually flush to the steering wheel now. People have their own opinions about it. I personally like it a lot better, but to each their own. Mode underneath here, and we do have some audio controls just underneath there as well. Before I go into the center and talk about our entertainment, I just want to point out that we have a 7-inch multi-information display. That is absolutely incredible. Again, first time ever that the Camry is seeing something like this. And on top of all that, I'm going to go through it a little bit here and show you what it has to offer. So we have driving support, audio. There's your Toyota Safety Sense. So we went through the pre-collision system. We also have parking sonars. We also have blind spot monitors. That's not part of our Toyota Safety Sense, but it is an awesome safety feature. It's paired with the rear cross traffic alert. So there's little side view, on your side view mirror, there's little symbols that will beep and or flash if something's going in your blind spot and or crossing behind you. And then you have, of course, you can turn everything kind of off or on. And it tells you how much fuel you have. It has everything in there. Definitely go through all those different settings if you are interested in the 2018 Camry. Last thing to point out before we go into the center is that we do have paddle shifters in the XSE. So it's super fun to drive. Okay, the center. So we're looking at our 8-inch touchscreen display. For audio, it does come integrated with AM, FM, XM, as well as Bluetooth, a CD player, USB input, auxiliary input, and above and beyond music, we have a dynamic backup camera. And we also have our Entune audio. So let's see if I can bring it up. So that's Entune right there. I'm not going to activate it because as soon as you activate it, all the free trials of certain programs will get used up. But there's tons of cool stuff in there. There's navigation systems, there's stocks, there's weather, there's just all sorts of cool stuff. If you haven't looked up Entune yet, definitely something to research. Just underneath that screen, we do have our dual zone automatic climate control. So as long as this button is turned off of sync, you can change the temperature from the driver's side to the passenger side in this vehicle. So everyone's nice and comfortable. Just underneath that, this is where your USB and auxiliary input are located, as well as a charging outlet. Now it's 2018, and if you have a Samsung device, this is probably built into it. And this is the Qi wireless charging spot, I guess we could call it, pad. So I don't think Apple has it yet, but if you do have a smartphone that's a Samsung device, you can simply put your phone on there, turn on that power button, and your phone's going to charge wirelessly. If you want to keep your phone on there, they've allowed just enough room for a phone to fit that you can actually push this back and access the storage underneath it without moving the phone. Pretty awesome. The transmission here is an automatic transmission. It is an 8-speed, and you can flip it over to Tiptronic if you'd prefer to do those gear changes yourself. Again, we have those paddle shifters, so super fun if that's your choice. On top of that, we have 3 different drive modes. We have eco mode, normal, as well as sport. Gotta say, that's my favorite with those paddle shifters. Super, super fun car to drive. Now this is new also to Toyota lineup, and it's our electronic parking brake, and we also have a parking brake hold. This is an awesome feature. I didn't think it was so useful until I started driving one of these around. So what this does is, instead of sitting at a red light, you know those red lights that have like 14 different turn lanes and you're sitting there for 15 minutes? Well, here you can actually not press the brake. Once your parking brake hold is on, you can take your foot off the brake and just let your leg relax, and your car's not going to move. As soon as you press that gas pedal again, you're in drive. You can go, which is pretty awesome. Pretty cool feature they've added. We have heated seats for both our front seats, driver and passenger, and we do have 3 heat settings instead of 2 from the previous year. We have our 2 giant cup holders down the center as per usual. And our center console here does provide us with tons of space, as well as 2 charging outlets on the inside of it. As for the seats are a beautiful leather bucket seat, and they have this stunning patterning going down the center. And I don't know if you've seen any of my other Camry videos, but this line, I don't know why, it just adds so much for me. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So seats are gorgeous. The passenger seat is a 6-way power adjustable passenger seat, and the driver is an 8-way power adjustable. Up top in the XSE, we do have our panoramic roof. Awesome feature, especially in the summer. All your controls for that are going to be just up here, alongside with our SOS Safety Connect Great feature, awesome with safety feature. Don't even need a Bluetooth phone set up. It will work without it, so hopefully you won't need it, but if you do, you'll be nice and safe. Just want to point out the interior lights as well. As I mentioned, doing the exterior walk around, every single light in this vehicle is LED, and that does include the interior lights. We have an auto dimming rear view mirror here that does have a compass built right into it, and there's garage door openers. I know they're kind of hard to see, but they're just built in across the bottom here. So there you have it, my friends, the front seat of the 2018 Camry XSE. Bringing you into the rear seat of the vehicle, that leather material and beautiful patterning is carried throughout the entire vehicle. Bringing you completely inside here, we do have our contoured front seat backs, so there's a bit of a curve to this seat that just allows for a little more leg room from the back passengers to the seats in front of them. We have seat back pockets in both the driver as well as the passenger side seat, bottle holders in both the doors, and of course the ability of opening and closing your own windows. Now this beautiful door handle, I just want to talk about this door handle for a minute. I know I said that they paid a lot of attention to little details while building this Camry, and this door handle kind of sums it up. So not only is it absolutely stunning, it's done in like a satin chrome finish, but they spent 6 months designing this door handle, and that's down to the look, the feel, the sound, everything about it. So if you want to really know exactly how awesome this car is, I highly recommend that you come on down to our dealership and open the door. It will, words cannot describe it. Just come on down and check it out. But enough about the door handle. One more thing to point out back here is if you have 2 or 1 person, we do have the center seat that does flip down. That gives you access to 2 cup holders as well as an armrest. Little LED lights back here as well. So there you have it, the rear seat of the Camry XSE. So cargo space, super important when considering buying a new vehicle. Now with the smart key system, the doors aren't the only thing that's going to respond. Just underneath here there's a little button and your trunk's going to do the same. Now watch as I just touch that button once and it will completely open the trunk. I think that's awesome. They've also changed the way that the trunk opens, so these kind of moved a little bit back and allow you to have a little more room to bend kind of in and out to get things in and out of the cargo space. And the cargo space they provided is massive. You can definitely fit everything that you would need daily commuting to school or to work. Even if you're going to the cottage for a weekend, I'm sure you could fit all the coolers and sleeping bags you could imagine. Now, if you're somebody that likes to snowboard, go golfing, or simply just help a friend move and don't think that this would provide enough space, just know that we do have our 60/40 folding back seat, so you can flip either the big half or the small half down, fit that long gear, and still have room for some passengers. Or of course, you have the option of flipping both of those seats down. You will eliminate the back seats, but you will definitely extend that cargo space. All right. Of course, I saved the best for last, the engine. But there is one more thing I want to point out before I talk about the engine, and it's a very simple but very convenient feature that the Camry has. And it's the fact that we have a hydraulic hood. It's very, very simple, as I said, but I love it. Very convenient, especially if you're doing work underneath the hood, which is what I know you want to talk about. So underneath the hood, we have our 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It does come with 16 valves as well as variable valve timing with intelligence. Now, not only does this provide us with a super fun ride, especially in sport mode with those paddle shifters, but it stays fuel efficient, so it's 7.4 liters for 100 kilometers on the road, which is about $1,400 a year, $1,400 to $1,500 a year on fuel. And the horsepower is 206 along with 186 pound-feet of torque, and this is our 4-cylinder version. Now we also do have the 6-cylinder, the V6, that goes upwards of 300 horsepower. So if you're looking for something a little more aggressive, definitely stay with the beautiful Camry, but go with the V6. If you want something that's a little more fuel efficient, go with the 4-cylinder. Either way, we have what you need. So definitely come on down to Attrell Toyota to check out every car that we have here, not just the Camrys, but everything. And of course, if you want to do that virtually, you can go to our YouTube channel where we do have videos of all the cars, trucks, and SUVs that we have here on the lot, plus some extras. Also, don't forget to press like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great one.